Let me get this straight. Prince Harry, after everything he's been through, is finally finding a connection with someone who understands grief, fame, fatherhood and loss. And the British press has the audacity to clutch their pearls because it's John Travolta? Because it wasn't Charles, give me a break, a prince's heart. Why does the media begrudge Prince Harry his happiness? Is it because he dares to step outside the traditional boundaries set by the monarchy? Why the relentless scrutiny of his every relationship, every friendship? The constant barrage of cameras and questions, the invasive headlines. It's as if his every move is a spectacle for public consumption. Is it so impossible to believe that he has found genuine connection outside the gilded cage of royalty? That he seeks a life filled with authentic relationships, free from the constraints of royal expectations? That perhaps in the company of someone like John Travolta, he finds solace, understanding, even a hint of the fatherly guidance he yearns for? In these moments, Harry is not just a prince, but a man searching for meaningful connections. The narrative spun by certain commentators like Dan Wootton, placing blame on Harry for the lack of a strong father figure in Prince Charles, is not only insensitive but deeply unfair. It overlooks the complexities of their relationship and the pressures they both face. It reveals a fundamental lack of empathy for a young man who has navigated unimaginable loss and public pressure from a tender age. The image of a young Harry at his mother's funeral is a stark reminder of the emotional burdens he has carried. To suggest that Harry is somehow responsible for the shortcomings of his upbringing is to ignore the complex realities of family dynamics and the very public scrutiny the royals endure. The royal family, like any family, has its own set of challenges and intricacies. Despite the relentless media attention, Harry continues to dedicate himself to causes close to his heart. His work with veterans, his advocacy for mental health, and his commitment to charitable endeavours showcase a man driven by compassion and a desire to make a positive impact. In Meghan, he has found a partner who shares his vision and supports his journey. Together, they navigate the challenges of public life while striving to create a space where they can be true to themselves. A prince's heart is not just about royal duties and public appearances. It's about the quest for personal happiness, the courage to forge one's own path, and the resilience to withstand the storms of public scrutiny. Harry's journey is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the enduring power of love. The empty throne of fatherhood, a symbol of the void left behind not just in a palace but in the hearts of those who have lost a guiding figure. Let us not forget the indelible scars left by the tragic loss of Princess Diana. Her death was not just a loss to the royal family but to the world. The outpouring of grief from millions around the globe was a testament to her impact. The image of a young Harry, barely a teenager, walking behind his mother's coffin is etched into our collective memory. It was a moment that captured the raw pain and vulnerability of a child thrust into the harsh spotlight of public life. The grief, the vulnerability, the sheer magnitude of that loss are unimaginable. For a young boy, losing a mother is a profound and life-altering event. The emotional scars run deep, shaping the person he would become. To then suggest that his father, grappling with his own grief and the weight of the monarchy, could easily fill the void left by Diana is simplistic and insensitive. Prince Charles, too, was navigating his own complex emotions, trying to balance his duties with his personal loss. The British media, so eager to dissect every aspect of Harry's life, often fails to acknowledge the profound impact of his childhood trauma. They focus on the sensational, the scandalous, ignoring the deeper, more human story. They see a prince, not a human being, grappling with loss and seeking genuine connection. Harry's journey has been one of seeking understanding, of finding a place where he can be himself, away from the relentless scrutiny. Their constant scrutiny and often callous commentary reveal a deep lack of understanding and empathy for a young man who dared to seek solace outside the confines of the palace walls. Harry's decision to step back from royal duties was not just a rejection of tradition, but a quest for personal peace and mental well-being. The media's relentless pursuit has often overshadowed his genuine efforts to carve out a life of purpose and meaning, free from the shadows of his past. Scars beneath the surface. These scars, both visible and invisible, tell stories of pain, resilience, and the human spirit's capacity to endure. It is within this context that we must view Harry's friendships, the bonds that have helped him navigate the tumultuous waters of his life, particularly his bond with John Travolta. This friendship, though unexpected, has become a cornerstone of support for Harry. Travolta, himself no stranger to the harsh glare of the spotlight, and the devastating pain of losing a loved one, offers a unique perspective. His experiences have shaped him into a figure of empathy and understanding. He understands the suffocating pressure of fame, the constant invasion of privacy, and the relentless demands of the public eye. The relentless scrutiny of the public eye, where every action is dissected and every misstep magnified. And the deep yearning for normalcy that Harry craves. In the midst of chaos, Harry seeks moments of peace and authenticity. Their shared experiences, though vastly different in nature, create a bridge of understanding. This connection is built on mutual respect and a deep sense of empathy. Travolta's presence in Harry's life represents a source of comfort, a beacon of hope in times of darkness, a connection beyond the constraints of royalty, beyond the expectations and pressures that come with Harry's title. A space where Harry can simply be himself. In Travolta, Harry has found a friend who sees him for who he truly is, beyond the public persona, beyond the prince. The media's attempts to sensationalize or trivialize this bond are not only misguided but also deeply disrespectful. To suggest that Harry is seeking a surrogate father in Travolta is to diminish the complexity of their relationship. It is a bond built on shared experiences, mutual respect, and a deep understanding of the pressures of life in the public eye. Instead of criticizing Harry's search for connection and support, we should celebrate his resilience. He has dared to defy expectations, to forge his own path, and to seek out relationships that bring him joy and solace. John Travolta, with his own experiences of navigating fame, grief, and public scrutiny, can offer Harry a different perspective, a listening ear, and perhaps even a touch of fatherly warmth that has been missing in his life. This is not a replacement for Prince Charles, but rather a complement to the relationships Harry is building outside the rigid confines of royal protocol. In Meghan Markle, Harry has found a love that transcends the trappings of royalty. Together, they have chosen to step back from the relentless scrutiny of the British media to build a life on their own terms. This act of defiance, this bold assertion of their right to happiness, is to be applauded, not condemned. Let us allow Harry the space to heal, to grow, and to find his own version of happiness. Let us celebrate his resilience, his courage, and his determination to live a life true to himself. The media may never fully understand or appreciate his journey, but that does not diminish its significance. Harry is writing his own story, one marked by both pain and hope, and in doing so, he is showing the world that even princes are allowed to have hearts that yearn for genuine connection. So to the media hounds, back off. You didn't raise Harry, you just chased him. And now that he's standing on his own 2 feet, you can't stand it. To Angela Levin, to Dan Wootton and the entire royal spin machine, you had decades to show Harry the love and care he needed. You didn't. So he went and found it himself. Let that be his triumph, not your twisted tragedy. And to Harry, if this ever reaches you, keep going, keep healing, keep choosing connection over control, because you're not broken, you're brave. And this bond with Travolta, it's not weird, it's worthy, and it just might be the fatherhood you always deserved, finally finding its way to you.